What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video. If you guys are ready for another one, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps your boy, really supports the channel, man. If we want to hit that 1K so we can start getting these videos monetized, man. So keep helping the family grow. I love you guys so much for all the love and support you guys already give for the series. You guys have shown an amazing amount of love. And I do got more videos on the way coming, and Madden is on the way soon. Just gotta get the funds to go in and get the game. But that stuff is in the works and going to be on the way. Now today, I did realize that I forgot to show you guys the draft picks. So that's what we're going to go ahead and start off today's video with. And ooh, looks like we got better luck in the bottom half of the draft. As you can see here, 74 potential for Lou Brewer, which you see a lot of these, even with the 100% scouted. Like that's lower than what we scouted him as. Darren Ferreira is lower than what we scouted him as. Bobby's in the middle of his range. Dana's in the middle of his range. Freddie's in the middle of his range. Sydney and Lee both in the middle of theirs, but 70 overall, 70 potential, 65 overall, 72. Even the ones that we have that are good potential at 92 and 96, their overalls are 40s. Those are very, very low, especially for a 21-year-old. It's not going to have much room for development. So we'll start off here with Lou Brewer, 70 overall. You saw the 74 potential. Looks like your stuff are in pretty good spots, except for the walk per nine and home run per nine. Could see a little bit step up, but probably won't be that much of a big time player unless he sees some major development. And then going right over to our other starting pitcher, Bobby Melton. He's basically kind of the similar boat. The only thing that he does good is strikeout per nine at this point. So we'll have to see where his career arc kind of takes him as far as his development. Darren Vera, 70 overall. He's ready to play like today. He has great defense, at least starting out, and his hitting stuff is pretty much there. He just doesn't have a whole lot of power or speed. So we'll have to see what kind of path we'll put him on. Dana Urbina. He's got a potential, 92. Has a long way to go though at 19 years old, 46 overall. He'll be seeing some single A ball to try to get some of that quick early development as fast as possible. Same thing here probably for Freddie Campinillo, who is a first baseman prospect that we picked up. Looks like he's got B potential, and the only thing that he kind of has going for him right now is really honestly nothing. Everything is at a below average standpoint for me. Same thing goes with Sidney Davidson here. I mean, the only thing he can do is field and react at a decent rate, but he's not even blocking that good. Speed isn't there. Hitting stats aren't there. 48 overall. What can you expect from guys like this other than to go to single A? So we have a lot of what I would say single A projects that are now going to be worked on. Lee has the most work to do here at center field though. At 21 years old, he doesn't have as much. He has 3 less years or 2 less years than the other guys to reach that A potential, and his was the highest at 96. He can really be a beast, but it's going to take some time for him to get to it. Now, we want to also take a look at the other teams in the division and conference. Looks like Lamar McClellan, a potential 81 overall. So the Royals just got a whole lot better. You know, they've been the laughing stock of the division the past couple years. They just got a 99 potential ready to start today player. So that would be good for them. The Twins end up picking at least up one good prospect. Everything else kind of looked pretty sorry for their draft. We go over look at the Guardians because they picked up 3-4 good pieces here with 80 potential. And they're starting out around the 60-50 range at least. So, well, one of them at 40. So at least 3 good prospects that could potentially be making an impact. Starting around the 60 overall mark, so we can see them soon. And then the White Sox picking up a couple guys here too as well. Joey Papas and Steven Zamora, a catcher and starting pitcher prospect. So I wanted to also check out some of the other starting pitchers that we could have also picked up. You have Jason Williamson here, 61 overall, B potential, so higher potential overall. The lower spot though, Will Page, who we were actually seriously looking at, he's got 86 potential, 60 overall. Now strikeout per nine, his walk per nine are very low, so I'm not really sure how that would sim out or if he'd be able to get better in those ratings. I know walk per nine is one of those ones that's typically hard for a pitcher to actually see their full potential or at least have some success with if that one is low. So we'll have to see what his progression is. Jeffrey McLennan ended up being one of the highest pitching prospects. I wanted to go and check that out too as well. He started out at 64 overall, but you see a lot of his stuff, except for his home run per nine, are really good. So missed out on a couple of key options that we could have got. I'm not too happy with the draft, but you guys can let me know down below what you guys think of it. And if you guys are happy about where that kind of draft puts us at. Now, what I'm showing you behind the screen right now is just simply the stats of our AAA players because we're getting closer to September call-ups. That's what we're going to try to end this video off around. So looking at these numbers, seeing if anybody has done anything worthy of getting up. Harper, he's the only guy with over 100 hits. He's got 13 home runs as well. Daniel Cabrera, who we had at the spring training roster, has 13 home runs too. Only 35 RBIs, so not too many guys in front of him getting on base. But nobody really hitting for a good average. I mean, Chuck Bird is on the high L, so he probably would get the call-up maybe, batting 288. And then Danny Dietz at 428. It's just the fact that he has very limited at-bats here at AAA, and he's progressing quite well. You see +6 that contact left, +2 contact right. everything seems to be going up in a steady direction. But I want to make sure he's getting his good development so we can take over at second base soon. So I don't even think I would call him up. I'm gonna let him stay at AAA for a couple more at bats and to get that much more better. I want to see him in the 70s, hopefully by the All-Star break next year. So as long as he can stay on that good path, he has a path to the majors here in probably about a year or two. As far as any other guys that I got my eyes on, from a batting standpoint, there's not too many guys that I'm looking at that could eventually make that move up. There's some pitchers though that are looking pretty good. I mean, Todd Madden is looking good. Bo is looking okay too as well. It's just a matter of what their overalls and stuff is. So 69 overall, I think he's got a deep potential too. But he's one of our best pitchers. Yeah, deep potential, 69 overall. So I want to bring him up because he's pitching the best. But it's also like, bring up for what? You're 27 years old. You got deep potential. You're probably as good as you're going to be right now. And when we did have you up, I mean, you didn't do too bad. A 4.1 ERA, 3-6 record. 38 earned runs and 14 home runs given up in 81 innings. Isn't too bad. I just don't feel like, when I'll call you up for September, yes, I want to get somebody that can perform good, but also still see good development, somebody that can be a future face of the team. I think Leo Franco would be up there in my mind. He's got a good amount of quality starts. He's been pitching way better at AAA before he got hurt. But I'm looking at Todd Madden. I'm looking at Kyle Busch as some other two alternatives too as well that can eventually get called up to help out with the major league roster. Those would just be some long relief options. Obviously, we have our actual relievers here with Drew Dodson performing great, 2.23 ERA, a 104 WHIP. Yamisi Garcia is actually having a great time at AAA right now, so maybe we bring him back up to see if he's refined himself and gotten that much better to be able to re-help the major league roster. There's also Garrett Hill, who's done great in long relief work, only 100 innings pitched, and ERA is at a 2.7, a 1.15 WHIP, which is pretty low, especially for almost starting pitcher level innings. We have a lot of relievers that could potentially make that move up. And maybe we send up two this time around. You see the great development here Drew Dawson's getting. He's got C potential, so that means we'll probably cap out around mid-70s, low 70s. But still, a lot of this stuff is good and in good spots. The strike per 9 is kind of low, but as long as the walks and hits are okay, I don't need to get a lot of strikeouts. So just go get 3 outs and get up out of there. And we do have 2 closers at this AAA level. Neither one is really doing that impressive for me to want to see them, though. ERA is way higher than I would want for my closers, so we're not even going to bother with looking at either of those two to come up. But today, to focus in on those, we're going to take a trip down to the minors yet again. And why not get a whole full game in with these two teams, the AA and AAA squads, just to get more familiar with them and what they're doing. And I don't know if you guys have heard, this game is honestly pretty tough when you go play at the minor league level. Like, it is, you can definitely tell you're playing with athletes of a lower overall, and it's more apparent in the hitting than the pitching. It almost makes the pitching easier, but the hitting is like 3 times as hard if you come down to these minor league levels, especially at the AA level. And you got a whole team of guys that aren't really ready to get moved up. You got a bunch of C or D potential players or guys in the 60s. And we're going to have that on full effect here today as we starting off with Wenzel Perez, who was formerly at the major league level just a couple seasons ago. And now he's all the way down at AA with the struggles that he's faced. And you can see why there as he flies that one out to left field to get it started off. Brady Allen, who we signed in free agency as a move for depth, as somebody that had a good potential and at least deserved another chance to keep developing. So far this season, he's at a 2.11 ERA, and that'll be going down ever so slightly with a nice cracked bat pop up there. And we'll go to John Hayes, who we drafted last year. Good quality catcher. Bad quality hit. There's that one's gloved in. And the pitcher we'll be focusing on mainly today that's been impressing all season for me is Jason Sheely, a potential player. He's still at, I think, a 68 overall, but the ERA is sub 2 or sub 3. WHIP is very low at around a 1.3 as well. And I wanted to see just how well the lefty was going to be doing on the mound today. So we'll be focusing in on his start and how well he's able to keep these bats at bay, just like they keep us at bay. Robert pops this one foul in towards the seats. Could we be seeing our first strikeout of the game already this early? Popped up. Myers will go ahead and settle underneath it for the nice easy glove catch. And just like that, that is out number 1. So Jason honestly could be somebody that joins the rotation. Like, I'm honestly not sure, how long the series will go. Of course, the first mission is to win the World Series. Once that has been done, then we can start to question how much longer the series will go after that. But winning the World Series is an absolute must. So however many seasons it takes to do that, it's how long the season is going to go. So speaking as of if we don't win in the next year or two, I can see Jason Shealy being up there in the major league roster, at least maybe being the new long reliever or in the full rotation. You know, some of the guys that are in the rotation are old, and in a year or two, we don't know where they'll be. Luis Severino, I don't even know where he'll be at the end of this season. There's guys like Tariq Skubal's getting up there in age. After a year or two, he'll be up there. Casey Mize is 28 this season, so for 2 years he'll be in his 30s. So we'll have to question him too as well. So our once young and decent starting pitching rotation is now starting to get a little bit older, a little bit more mature as this ball is flying deep out to right field and gloved in. I thought we might have a little bit of offense to go ahead and talk about. Chris Myers hitting that one a long ways away. And then Hudson Head, he's going to try to do the same thing in a similar spot, but just dies out a little bit short. This was a 2 quick back-to-back flyouts. We're going to go to Diego Rincones. Chops this one right over the ground to third base, who will play this one in fair territory. Throw goes over to first. He's got him. Like I was saying about Jason, though, I think he can work his way up to the major league roster in just a year or two. As long as he keeps pitching well like this, I think we'll probably start him out at AA. Let him end the year at AA, start him out at AA next year. Once he gets to around the 70 overall mark, or just to the point where he's just really dominating this AA competition, and I just feel like he can't or shouldn't stay down here any longer, he'll go up to AAA. Following right behind his teammate Leo Franco, who's already made it out of the AA level, and just go straight up to AAA. And we'll see if those two boys can be new figureheads for the rotation. We got a lot of lefties to look out for and really help this rotation be strong. Right now, it's only Tariq Skubal in that rotation that's a lefty, so 2 other ones coming right behind to try to help out too as well. As we finally see a base hit in the game, as that's Robert working his way on with 1 out now. And now we might see our first little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 3-0 count. He walks down Edwin Herrera. So now we have first and second with 2 outs. And now I just want to get a little mound visit in. He's been struggling to hit his pitches a little bit. And we also want to go ahead and try to get maybe somebody in the bullpen going. We got Geronimo Ortiz, who has had a pretty good year this year, and somebody that we drafted recently. So why not go ahead and get a good look at him if possible. As the very next thing we do, ground this one over to Keith, who throws over to second for 1, back to first base for a double play. And just that quickly, trouble avoided. And we're going right back to our bats, who are still hitless. We have a no-hitter going in AA in the 7th inning. Sean Sierra has been pitching masterfully. He's only at 69 now, just 70 pitches through 6 innings of work, and we got a full count here to Wenzel Perez to even get him to that point. As he's going to go ahead and walk on down to first base. So thankfully, at least we're not working a perfect game, but we still have a no-hitter going, at least to the best of my knowledge. That ball's going to go ahead and get away to the backstop. Catcher's going to go try to get it, but that speed, I don't think you can have 7 speed and still made it to second base. So we got another full count here to Brady. Watches that down low. He's going to go ahead and walk over to first base, and that sets us up in a great position to maybe score across the game's first run. 1-0 count here as John Hayes is looking to be clutch. He's 0 for 2 on the day like everybody else. But we do have 2 guys on for him, and he chops the 4-seamer on the ground. And just like they did, there'll be a double play where he actually just tags the runner at third, throws over to first base for it. So now we just have a runner at second for Russell Jones to try to be clutch here. He's got a 3-0 count, so this is going to be a great hitter's count. And hitters counts, they've been just kind of conceding the walks, not giving up any hits. And you see the energy for him is completely drained. He's only at 84 pitches, so a mistake could be on the way, but it won't be right here as Colt grounds this over to first base, and he'll take it himself. And that'll end the 7th inning for us, and we'll go to the bottom half where their 4, 5, and 6 are going to be due up. As you see, Jason Shealy's at 51 pitches too. I mean, his pitch count is very low. Energy is kind of good, but there goes their 4th hit of the game. So while we're over there struggling to get hits, they seem to be at least getting a couple sprinkled in here and there to help out with building their type of lead here. As that ball is going to be off the plate. Nice try getting the curveball in. Come right back with a 4-seamer up in the zone, and he flies this one out to Allen. He's going to go ahead and come in, glove it. Every time I see his name, too, I'll be thinking about Jay Allen from the Reds, too. If y'all remember the Reds series, if you haven't seen that, make sure you guys go back and check it out. But every time I see him, I'll be wanting to say Jay Allen, the Reds GOAT, or the leadoff hitter GOAT. The first Morris Jones before there was a Morris Jones. That boy was too elite in the outfield. But no, this is Brady Allen. Once again, he was trying to make a play on that ball, but that was way too far. And this one is going to be well out of reach for Brady. He's not going to have a chance to do anything but look at it. 2-run home run as that ball is long gone. Sammy Infante's 4th of the season. We are all the way at the end of the season. My boy only has 4 home runs. I don't know what's sadder, the fact that he only has 4, or the fact that we just gave up the 4th. As Jason Shealy gives that one a long ride out of the park. And we'll have to go ahead and go to our bullpen and bring in Geronimo Ortiz. 45 games this year. 3.21 ERAs looked good. And we'll get to see what he looks like in firsthand. Now with a 2-0 deficit. And the first thing he does is get Jacob Gonzalez to pop one over to Myers at first. And that'll be an easy second out there. Andres will be up next, 0-1. Takes one off the top left shoulder blade and walks it on down to first base. Rubs some dirt on it. He'll be all right. And we're going to go to Roger Reyes. Chopping this on the ground to Colt. Throw over to second for the easy play. And just like that, now we had to come back from a deficit. We still, keep in mind, at 7 in the third here, still don't have a hit. That'll get over the second baseman's head. So at least the no-hitter is broken up after 7 in the third for Sean Sierra. I don't know why I kept saying Sam. And that'll go ahead and pull him out of the game. I mean, of course, let him stay until the no-hitter goes, but he had no energy left at this point. Go ahead and pull him out of the game. He's played fantastically. So they're going to go to Peyton Glavin. 44 games this year. 4 ERA though. So that could be something to kind of stack up with. We need to start building across a couple of runs anyway. So Diego with a 3-1 count now after watching that one in on the chest. Should get a good pitch to hit here. No, sir. If it's not a delicious pitch to hit, we're going to watch it go by, even if it's a strike on the corner. That one thankfully got called a ball. And we'll be going to Wenzel Perez now here at the top of the lineup. Still 2 outs, though, to go. Chopper up the middle, and the pitcher gloves it himself. Great reaction speed there coming out from him, coming right back at him. He's able to make the play over at first base, and we'll be going into the bottom of the 8th here with Ortiz trying to keep this lead. Still 2-0. Chopped up the middle. Cruz can't dive for it, so Head's going to have to come in and play it on the run. And with 1 out, they now have a runner on yet again in Marcus Street. Going to try to keep maybe a rally going for them again this time. As he's got a 2-0 count. Goes down swinging at the splitter. Corkscrewed into the dirt, and he'll have to go sit it down. And then there's Ken Peralta 1-2. Upstairs. Gets a lined rocket. This is going to go deep back and hit up against the wall. Rick Holmes is going to have to play it off the bounce. Throw will come into the cutoff man. Not going to be nearly in time to get the runner at the plate. He's in there standing up. And it's now 3-0. Now we'll go ahead and jump forward to the top of the ninth because we were at least able to get the final out there. But we got our work cut out for us. We have to get 3 runs this inning when we've struggled to get 1 hit in the first 8. So they bring in Luis Oviedo to try to go and close this one out. And that's how it's going to go ahead and get started. Brady Allen goes down swinging at 3 straight to lead into John Haynes on a 1-1. Chopper on the ground, and there it is. Base hit. All it takes is 1, though, to give a little bit of life. You got to just show a little bit of confidence, and everything else will follow through. Russell Jones will come in now. Highly touted third baseman that we went and got. The hitting power is there, but it is not there in this game. It's not going to be floated to left field for the easy grab, and now we're down to our final out with Colt Keith coming up. Gets a curveball up in the zone. Just early on it because that could have been a long ways away if he squared it up. But because he didn't, he's got a 1-1 count now. Gets another curve. Fouls it off. 1-2. Four-seamer up in the zone. That's chest level. Deep back center field. Gloved in before the warning track. Not enough carry. And the Senators will be walking out of here with a dub. I think it's the Harrisburg Senators. Walking out of here with a dub after beating our Erie's. Just were not able to make anything happen here today. Only 2 hits as a squad. And then Jason Shealy, 6 in the third, 5 hits, 2 earned, 6 Ks. A great quality start. Just was not enough to get a dub there. Ortiz, 1 in the third, gave up an earned, 2 Ks. And from AA, we'll look to try to have a little bit more success with the AAA squad, as these are really going to be the eyes that we have on, because some of these guys will be making that call up in a couple days to the Major League roster to help for that final playoff push. So who will it be, and will we see them have a great game today? Going up against Davis Martin, 23 starts, 3.6 ERA. Going to be a tough task to have a pretty good game here today. But if anybody can do it, I got faith in my Toledo. What are we down here? I don't even know what the mascot is down here, but I do have faith in Eric De La Rosa to go ahead and lead things off with a strong swing here, getting a base hit, already starting off early with the first hit of the ball game, not having to wait all the way to the 8th inning to get things going. We got that speed on the base pass here early, and the lead right into Ryan Credler, batting .249 this season. Can we get that turned up a little bit? Not today. Good timing though on the circle change. Just got a unlucky break there with the line drive. Then Danny chopping this one, just barely getting away with a foul chop. We'll have an 0-2 count to kind of reset and get another opportunities. We're going to steal off for second base. Fly ball going to the outfield, though we had to swing at that. That was a four-seamer in the zone. Good timing. Just once again getting unlucky. And this is part of what I'm talking about when I say it's hard to play down here. A lot of the stuff that you get is just very unlucky swings. Because you see both of those were timed up very well and ended up doing nothing. As this is a fly ball, pop shallow. Second base will go ahead and rein and take control. Go ahead and glove that one in, and we'll go against Bo Brissett. We're going to show off him today. I know he said that he's had deep potential, but I mean, he's the one putting up the best stats. 3.02 ERA, 1.25 whip. I got to see how he's doing it at the very least. Why do you have the best numbers at AAA, but the worst potential and one of the lower overalls too, as well, for most of the starting pitchers down here? So I wanted to check out some of his pitches, see what his stuff would look like here. Circle change, four-seamer. So far, I'm not seeing the control really being a big factor here. It's something that we might have to watch out for. He's going to give up an early base hit too as well to Delgado. Getting over there on first base, kind of having a similar start to the game as us, as Martin works an evened up 2-2 count here. Look, the manager rubbing his shoulder. He's like, hey, you putting a little bit too much arm into that. I need you to let loose just a little bit. And he listened. When you listen to the coaching, you get strikeouts. 93 miles per hour going right over the middle of the plate for a swing and miss. And then here, Dylan Dingler not paying enough attention there behind the plate, and they get in with a stolen base. And Josh Bell, former Major League, All-Star, is down here at the minor league system, striking out just like he was doing in the majors too. A lot of power comes with a lot of strikeouts, and he's just proving that even further there. As now we got our 2 outs that we need, and now it just comes down to getting George out of this inning as he takes that four-seamer deep out to left field. Malloy's going to chase it down, leap at the wall, and not going to get it. Similar fashion to Double-A, it is a 2-run home run, this time by George Valeria, who's got 21 of them things on the season, so at least it's a power hitter. Taking one out to deep left field. We weren't able to go ahead and bring it back, and unfortunately, now we have to deal with a 2-0 deficit here in the first inning early. And I already told y'all, it's hard to score runs down here, so 2-0 may as well very well be a 10-0 skunk. Now, thankfully, we come back and just battle back for a quick strikeout there. But we'll jump ahead to the top of the fourth where that 2-0 lead still stands. And Ryan Credler is back at the plate for his second AB here, taking a slider that he just slaps down the line. It's going to get into the corner. So it's going to be an easy leadoff double at the least. Maybe we'll get some offense after all. Davis Martin might be choking a little bit. 13th double of the year. And now Danny's got a great chance here to show he can be clutch. 64 clutch rating, 72 vision. Gets a four-seamer down the middle. Pulls it right to the left fielder. We're going to go ahead and try to just move up anyway. That throw is well off the bag, so we'll be able to get there. If it was on target, we would have been out by a mile. But we'll take the sac fly, move up, and then Harper, if we can just get us one lofted, in fact, he'll just go ahead and get a base hit for us. We'll take it. Harper getting a base hit. This ball is thrown way past second base and all the way over to the catcher. I got the late break there. Wasn't sure if anybody was falling up behind second base. If I saw nobody was there, I probably would have been able to take off. But we're able to at least answer one back. Weren't able to put any more across in that inning, so we'll jump ahead to the top of the sixth here where Eric De La Rosa is trying to get maybe another rally start here with a 3-1 count. Swinging right through the four-seamer chest level, come back and get another one below the knees. So I'll walk over to first base, giving Ryan Credler, who scored the only run of the game so far, a chance to keep things moving as he pops this one into shallow right field. Once again, do not let this rally die. We need to try to get this run across to tie it up and possibly take the lead. Danny, be clutch for me. Give me a ball in the gap. That's going to get down. And that's 83 speed at first, so De La Rosa should be able to go ahead and score across on this one with ease, as Danny's going to go ahead and just trot into second base and hold there standing up. Great double to go ahead and tie up the ball game. And now it's up to Harper, who got a base hit last time. Can he do it again? It won't be on that curveball at the very least. Davis throws another one though up in the zone. This one's gonna get down, and I say we send the runner. Go in and send him. The throw's gonna come to the plate. It's not gonna be in time. We got the lead. Yes, sir. Toledo is up with the lead now. We are scoring runs here in the minors. It is a 3-2 ball game, and the Clippers are going to go to the bullpen and bring in Bradley Hanner, a 7.3 ERA. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you want to bring in, especially giving up over 300 averages to both lefties and righties. It don't matter who he faces. They just tee off against these sliders. And then MLB The Show bails you out just like that. Good timing on that one, but it went right to center field. And unfortunately, our runner will stay at first base. We're going to go to Malloy up next. He's working a full count there after watching the four-seamer off. In on the hands. Bloops this one. It will get down. So we got a chance to at least move the run over to third base. Throw will come in and be well off target. And now we got a runner 90 feet away. If Dylan Dingler can be clutch, we can get a 2-score lead. I don't know what that swing was, just like I didn't know what that singing was. But that was well off the plate and shouldn't have been swung at. Right there at the knees, though. He's going to chop this right over to second base, who will glove and make the easy play to first. So just like that, we'll go bottom of the seventh. We got Drew Dawson in the game now when they took our starter out after being tired of getting him the lead. My boy did his thing and did exactly what I needed Bo to do. So now we're going to check out Drew, who also could be making a move up to the majors. And getting a walk in your first AB is not a good first impression, and losing one in the dirt. Dingler's going to pick it up, throw over to second base, will not be in time to Danny. And just like that, they got a runner in scoring position. They're ready to tie this game back up. If Drew doesn't tighten up, as Oscar fouls that one off into the seats deep into left field. 1-2 count as we run it back. Chopped on the ground, though. This one's in Kretler, who will hold the runner at second base and make the easy first play. Next, we got Carter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Make it 0 for 3 as the changeup gets him swinging off the plate. Great change. Way to put that thing just off to make him go reach out for it. And then we're going to get a base hit off another changeup. This one not as far out on the outside. Malloy coming up firing, though. The throw. Dingler almost got the tag. He's just barely able to slide his hand underneath. And Drew blows the save, gives up the run. And just like that, we'll have to go top 9, 3-3 ball game. As we may be looking at extra innings here, as this ball is flied out to the outfield and will be gloved in for out number 1. Justin, 1 for 3 on the day. We could really use a full count hit here. That would be great if you can provide, as that's a cutter that we had to swing at. Just didn't get good timing on it, and it's popped up for the easy play there. Go ahead and grab that one in. Dylan Dingler, you're our last hope before we have to go to the bottom of the 9th and hold him. 1-1. Chest level, base hit into the outfield. Hope is still alive. There we go. Get the base hits in the outfield. Get everything working that we need to. Dylan Rosa, you're up next. 0-2 on the day. 0-1 in the count after check swinging through that sliders. That was a beautiful pitch to hit. If he could have gone all the way around, and instead he chases the cutter off the plate. Ooh, swung and missed at the slider. Not able to make anything work on that one. And we'll go to Yamisi Garcia, who we brought in now after giving up that run earlier. He's 30 pitches deep, so he might be getting tired here. As he gives up a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the 9th. And this could be what ends it for us. As it looks like Danny's not moving with leg pain. So he's going to come out of the game. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But apparently, I guess maybe that throw was off guard and maybe he twisted his knee. Something happened. But we'll have to bring in Jonathan Scope to come play second base now. And hopefully that's not anything that takes too long. We're going to go ahead and get in Luis Hidiago here. ERA is high. Saves, or at least blown saves, are way higher than they need to be, almost at 9. And right now we just need them to go ahead and get a couple out here. And they're going to go with a bunt attempt here. This is going to get popped up behind the plate. Catcher's going to get in and fire over to second base and not get anybody. Dylan Dingler once again failing. Once again, not performing like a top-level athlete like he should be. And they're going to go with another attempted suicide or sacrifice bunt attempt here. Pops this one up just the same way, and third baseman actually makes the play this time around. So they're going to go to Richie Martin on the 0-2 here. Swings over the top of this one in the dirt. Nobody's going to advance or move up. So we'll go ahead and just take the second out. And now we got Josh Bell at the plate. Mr. Dangerous with a 3-1 count. We're not even going to mess with him. We'll walk him to load the bases and face George Valerio. You know, he's hit the home run against us. I'd rather place him than Josh Bell's power any day. As he swings through the four-seam heat. And he goes and sits down, making that move look ultimately right. will have to go up against Edward Wayne now, so they're going to go ahead and bring him in relief here. You see a 3.2 ERA, so this should be a good reliever for him to go ahead and come in and try to shut this thing down here, as we are in the 10th inning, extra inning rule in effect. So we already got the time run there at second base, and Tyler Nevin takes the second pitch of the season, inning, has a base hit to the outfield. That'll be able to go ahead and score across one, and without getting a single out, puts us in a great possibility to score across two here. Really what you want to do is get two across. The one across is just that extra insurance, but two can really strike up something, and three would be a bonus, as we get a base hit from De La Rosa here. Still no outs, and this is an even better position than before. Ryan Credler will try to come in and do something with it. Gets a two-seamer up in the chest area. I think this is a little too shallow, especially with 22 speed, to try to move up on. So unfortunately, we'll have one out, runners at first and second. Jonathan Scope is going to come up and try to make something happen here with this one. 0-2, chopped on the ground. Second bit, or the shortstop for second for one, over the first for the double play. So unfortunately only able to get one insurance run here, but Luis Hidalgo will have an opportunity to be clutch. And of course, we can't get that out of any of our closing pitchers in this organization, not from the MLB level, the AA level, or the AAA level, as that'll be a base hit with no outs to basically do exactly what we did. Now we get the double play right after to stop any other chances of a walk-off run, but just like that, we'll at least be seeing another inning of extra innings here as Malloy will go ahead and get underneath this one, shallow left field. 10th inning is over. So we go ahead and jump ahead to the 12th, as nobody scored in the 11th inning. We had an opportunity. They had an opportunity. Nobody got across one. So we're going to go ahead and get Dylan Rose. Ooh. Dylan Rose lays down a perfect bunt that made them think they might have had to play at third base. So now with no outs, we have runners at the corners. And this is going to get past the catcher twice. As he goes and gets it thrown over to the pitcher, will not be in time. And not only do we score a run, we scored it without having to really get a hit. And we also scored it without having to get an out and keep a runner at second base. So now this puts us in a great position to try to score across the run here. As this is Tyler Nevin who pops this to first base. Great. One out. As they're going to go ahead and go to the bullpen again. Josh Boers. I'm going to guess the S is silent. So Josh Boers is coming into the ball game here. He's been a good reliever for them too as well through 68 innings. ERA sub 3 or sub 4. And he'll be facing off the top part of our lineup, who Eric De La Rosa here is 2 for 4 on the day. We can really use a third hit though if he's got it in him. Swinging over the top of a beautiful slider there that could have went a long ways. 0-1. Get caught froze on the four-seamer in on the ankles. 0-2. And we come right back with a chopper up the middle. Pitcher gloves it and makes it himself. He throws over. Oh. Stay there at second base. Where are you going? Thought he might have been trying to move up or something. They were trying to get him in a pickle. He's able to slide back safely. So we'll go to still a 5-4 lead here, as Ryan Credler will try to make something happen with a 1-0 count. Chopped on the ground here. He's able to pick it and scoop it. Throw goes over, almost over the head. But now we still only are able to get one. So we're going to bring in Austin Roberts, the actual closer for AAA, 20-25 record. And we're going to see if he can go ahead and shut the door here this time. Lewis couldn't do it, but now we need him to. He has 2, 3, and 4 here for the Clippers. Richie Martin getting things started off with that insurance run at second base as always, as you remember. And he's not starting out too good here with a quick 2-0 hitters count. This is going to be a deep fly ball to De La Rosa, who's going to be able to go ahead and get it at the wall, putting up a glove. Low-key might have been a home run if he hadn't been there. He's able to go ahead and snatch that back into the field of play. It is a sac fly, exactly what you kind of want here in this situation. You would love to do it with no outs, but you'll take the sac fly to at least get in a position to tie this up with Josh Bell at the plate. 1-2. Watching the four-seamer, he gets froze, go cool off as that heat is coming through. He's going to have to go sit back at the dugout, so it's going to be George Valeria, who hit that home run earlier to get him started. Now they need to be clutch yet again. 0-2. Swing, chopped on the ground. This is Nevin, who doesn't play it cleanly. Throw goes over to first base, though, will still be in time. Roberts with the cover. Great play to go ahead and finish that one up as he almost lost it. But we're able to go ahead and come through with a victory here, so that way we can try to go ahead and help out and get into the next stages of figuring out who's going up to September. I was very impressed with this. At least we got to see some offense here today. The pitching staff were on full effect too as well. At least we know Luis is probably not getting that called up with another blown save. But here at 10 hits, we have a couple guys with 2 with Harper, Justin, and Eric De La Rosa there at the top of the lineup coming through with a couple multi-hit games. Danny getting his 5th double and 9th RBI here at AAA in just a very short stint here so far. Hopefully this injury isn't long-term for him. And Bo, 5 1/3, 2 earned 7 Ks is looking pretty good. Drew also blew a save, so I mean, maybe we put in question whether he comes up or not. Yamisi had a great innings of work. Luis and Austin. I mean, Austin had a good job, but Luis blew the save. Although it was, after 3 innings of work, so a closer wouldn't necessarily be pitching that long, but still something we got to worry about. Now, as we go ahead and jump up to the major league level, you can see here checking the standings. We are 71-57, tied for first now with the Guardians. After a little series that we've been having while down at AAA, we end up splitting or winning the series with Houston, losing the game with Texas. We're going to go ahead and try to get all the way through to the end of this month, playing a couple critical situations here as we go across. See there, Kilbadu gets down with another injury here. Listed day to day. We end up losing that second game to the Texas Rangers and jumping in here to game 3. Chance to try to walk this one off. We are up or down 3-2. Runner's going to be at second base, so we got to try to tie this one up to extend these extra innings if possible. Basically, it's Joe Barlow. Fernando Gonzalez is going to try to make something happen, looking embarrassing, swinging over that 12-6. So we're going to go ahead and steal off with Morris Jones, getting him into scoring position. And now it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. trying to make something worse. There it is, base it up the middle. That's exactly what you expect out of your clutchest hitter on the squad. That'll score him with ease. He probably would have scored for him from second base. And now, just like that, we'll at least be seeing more extra innings here as Keith Clemens will now come up too as well. Maybe trying to end this game here in the bottom half. He's going to swing over the top though. Matt Verling also coming in here. Looks like he, maybe pitch ran or pitch hit for somebody late in the game. Fortunately, not able to make anything work with his at bat there, but we will go bottom of the 11th if we're able to hold him in the top half. Torkelson. All we need is to get the runner across, throw, not in time. And that was, a good thing about having Verling in the last inning, though, at least. His speed was able to go ahead and push him over to third. Torkelson does the one thing that you can't do, which is bunt into the sky. And now it's up to Drew Jones coming in to play for a day of rest in left field for Akil Baddoo, who actually is hurt right now. Gets the 4-seamer upstairs, or 12-6. Pops this one is pretty shallow. We're going to go ahead and test it, though. Why not? This is for the dub. Slide in. Yes, sir. We get the W here. We throw up the arms. We're celebrating. Is that Akil Baddoo? Was the first one to... I swear that was Akil Baddoo over there celebrating. Aren't you supposed to be hurt, my boy? You shouldn't even be in gear. But look at the team. Go ahead and pose for your picture. We're able to finally break that losing streak. Get a dub here against the Rangers, not get swept. And... keep up our hopes alive of taking this division. Every loss hurts, every win helps. And it's even made even easier when we're able to get collective dubs like this one, winning extra innings. 9 hits as a squad. Guerrero had those 2. Torkelson had his 2. If he had a third one, it would have been over a lot sooner. But Guerrero Jr. was his 23rd double, 97th RBI. He's closing in on 100 on the season. So we're getting that 100 RBI guy that we always wanted. Jerome Mansell blew the save. He pitched the inning, gave up 2 hits. So I'm guessing one of the hits he gave up was one of the earned runs that ended up being charged to Matt Manning. Jackson Jobe ended up giving up a run. It wasn't earned, but he does go 4 innings to get the dub. So shout out to him for that. Now we don't get swept, but we do lose the series, unfortunately, 3-1 to the Rangers. So it'll be going back now to New York as Jackson Jobe here has a chance here with a tie game for us to try to walk this one off. We end up winning it 5-3. We want to skip that critical situation though. And that's back-to-back wins against the Yankees. So how are we losing against teams that we shouldn't and beating teams that we should be struggling with? I don't know, but Casey Mize is coming in here with a chance at a complete game shutout. We end up winning 4-0, so we got to go back and check out and see if he did end up getting that. As we're now 75-59 on the season. 4 games better than the Yankees, at least that helps for the wild card standings, because I know they're fighting for that. Mize, unfortunately, was only able to get one of the outs there in the 9th inning. They bring in Andrew Chafin to go ahead and get the last 2, giving up a walk and a strikeout. But that'll be a sweep of the Yankees and a 3-game winning streak heading into the Twins series here. You can see here with game number 1, we are up 4-3, and Matt Brash trying to go ahead and close things out. So why not go ahead and jump in? Let's see if we can be successful here with a runner at second base. Top of the 9th, and we get these 3 outs, the game will be all but over. So 1-1. Ooh. Not even going to check down. They're going to go ahead and go all the way around there with the home plate umpire. This will be chopped on the ground, though. Torres will go make the play. Runner will at least move up to third. And Francisco will be seated down. The Sal will come up now. Top of the lineup set to do up. And they just got to get that run across to move it over. This is going to be Torkelson who will get on the ground. Throw, go to second base. Wasn't able to make a throw home. They were already stealing off on that. Wasn't going to be enough time. And they didn't even try to go to first base. So now We end up getting a second strikeout there, but back-to-back strikeouts is what it takes to get out of the inning instead of just one. We'll go here top of the 10th, though. We weren't able to do anything in the bottom half of the 9th. We're going to look to try to keep this game tied as we start off the same similar fashion. Ground ball to the right side of the infield to move him up. We'll see what Alex Krylov is able to do. This one's popped. Shallow. Badu ranging in. He's not going to be able to get there. It'll be an RBI base hit to go ahead and give them a 5-4 lead. And just like that, not only did we blow the save, but we also blown the lead now. As now it's got to be a hold them to just 5-4 and hope the bats come alive in the bottom of the 10th. Chopped on the ground. Clemens makes an easy play to second base. And we're going to go to the bottom 10 now. 5, 6, 7 due up for us. Laboratory starting us off. And he starts us off with a line around to the outfield, gloved by the left fielder, though, so no movement up. That was a hardly hit ball, just right at somebody. Sometimes you just get unlucky. Giovanni Moran is the pitcher in now, as they went ahead and made a pitch change. And the first thing he does is come in and get a line out. So congratulations to him to get that second out. This ball's going to go all the way to the backstop, though. So I believe that is Harry Ford out there in second base when I move it to third. And now Keith with an even 2-2 count with the game on the line. Hits it up the middle. Gets past the shortstop. His glove was just a little bit too high. He's not able to make the play. And at the very least, we're seeing more extra innings. And it's up to Spencer Torkelson on whether we are or not. Has a good hitters count. 2-1. Four-seamer about stomach, chest high. Pop sky high to the right fielder's glove, and we'll be seeing even more extra innings. We're going to jump to the bottom of the 11th. We hold them this time in the top half, and now it just becomes, do we try to bunch him in and around? Harry Ford tried the bunt, it didn't work. Instead gets a base hit over to second base. He's not able to squeeze it into the outfield, but the error is able to push him off the back, so still with no outs, and it's up to Morris Jones. He could end this game with one swing, and he will do that. That is a long fly ball out to right field. He'll make the catch. The throw is going to come into the plate and be well laid. Actually, that was a lot closer of a play than I thought. Torkelson comes in sliding and gets us the victory here against Minnesota, maybe. This is the most important types of dubs. Honestly, any dub is important at this point because it's not like a division record is too important when it comes to baseball. You rarely see ties go down to that, but we're winning in the division and beating teams that we should beat once again, which is very pleasing to me. Getting 9 hits today as a team, squeezing this one out, but Matt Manning did everything he could. It was just Jordan Romano blew another save, gave 3 earned runs there late that even put them in that position to have to go to extra innings. Now, we're in a winning game 2 against the Twins by a score, or winning game 2 and then losing this game 3, 9-8. Here's we just lose this one just barely. Green hits the 17th home run of the year. Gleyber Torres is 11th. And Severino 6 innings, 2 earned, 6 Ks. I guess just the offense didn't come through till a little bit later. And by that point, the errors of Guerrero and Torkelson end up leading to Hicks giving up 4 runs, only 1 being earned, and Jackson Jobe giving up 3 of his own 2 as well. So very wild scoring relief effort there. Was not able to capitalize on that and get another dub, but we will be ending the episode in the month of September, 77 and 60. As I said, it was a pretty good month at 15 and 13. And we won every single game that we played on Saturday. We played every Saturday that month and won every single game. And that was not even stopping us. So I don't know if I said it correctly before, but a 15 and 11 month there. For the month of August, going into September, which puts us in a great pace here. As you can see, the Twins have already been eliminated. And we're working on getting the White Sox and Royals up out of there. So it's just literally us and the Guardians, which we have a half game over them. And that would put us about 4 games over the Astros for the first wild card spot if we were to switch. So I feel very good about our playoff positioning. I think we're going to get there. It's just a matter of, are we going to be a division leader? Are we going to be a wild card team? And is there a possibility that we could be the number 1 overall seed? So that's what we're going to be slowing down for through the month of September. Maybe do 1 or 2 videos through September before we get to the postseason. And then the postseason will be here. So if you guys are ready for that, you guys are ready for more content, please hit the video with a like, comment, subscribe on your way out. If you felt the video was good enough to go ahead and warrant one of those things, I thank you and appreciate every single person that does it and that has already done it. You guys are showing so much love and support to the channel. I will give back to you guys in some way, shape, or form when I am able to. So more Detroit Tigers is on the way. I hope to catch you guys in the next episode and leave any and all feedback down below so I can go ahead and chop it up with you guys, man. Catch you guys in the next one. It's my boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame, aka GM Smooth. And I'll catch you in the next one, man. All right, I'm gone. Later.